Dufferin-Caledon.
Thank you, Speaker. So, I've been listening to the debate all afternoon, and I want to bring it back to why we're here. I think listening to the Conservatives, the NDP, the Progressive Conservatives, I think we all agree that we're not great with mental health, that we can do better. But let's not forget why we're here and why we're having these discussions. So I'm going to make an assumption. I've been a member for 10 years. What are your staff doing right now? What are my staff doing? They are working incredibly hard in our constituency offices, dealing with people, right? Solving problems. People come to us because they have issues. And I'll give a very quick one. As many of you know, a number of weeks ago, a young 3-year-old was swept into the Grand River. We're still looking for that child. The family reached out, and they had some very specific requests in how we could help. I went to the Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry. To her credit, she was great. Got me the connections. We connected those people together, and we're helping. What are we doing with this debate? We're trying to help people. We have individuals, families, children in our community who are desperate for service. And I'm going to bring it down to a level that I hope people appreciate and understand. When we have an individual who is diagnosed with cancer, we don't say, go away until you're stage 2 or 3 or 4, and then we'll try to cobble together some service. We don't do that in the province of Ontario. Well, the hard truth is we do that with mental health. We do that when our families are struggling to find service. The Minister of Child and Youth talked about how important it was for people to be able to find the service. I agree, 100%. Why can't we have a better system so that when our families, when our partners are looking for addiction, mental health treatment centres, they can find them in an easily accessible, searchable form? I'm gonna talk again about my own community. The Pine River Institute in the north part of Dufferin County it's a treatment centre for children who are 13 to 19 years old. 29 beds in that facility. They do amazing work. They actually have an 80% success rate, which for any of you who have any appreciation of mental health and addiction treatments is an incredible success rate. It's the only one in Canada, not Ontario, in Canada. We need to do better. Their wait list is literally in the hundreds. Now, I get it. Not everybody can have a Pine River Institute, but does it not speak to gaps in our system when 13 to 19-year-olds are waiting months for service? What does that say about the value of that life? What does that speak to about what we are doing as legislators? So yes, we can all nitpick about, we don't like your $1.9 billion and we're doing more and this is more important. We can do that. And we have the ability to do that. But can we please remember it's about people, it's about families, it's about young people who are literally waiting at the end of the phone for someone to say, I've got you a spot. I participated in the Mental Health and Addiction Select Committee. Why did I participate in it? Because I was trying to help a family and I couldn't find any service. And suddenly, it becomes real to us. It becomes a real issue. Because you start making those phone calls and you start reaching out to those professionals and those treatment centres, and you realize just how insurmountable a problem this is when that family is trying to find service. So let's stop the yours isn't as good as mine conversation, and let's start the how do we collectively make it better. If you don't like ours, fine, then fix it so that we can talk about some other options, please.
Well done. Thank you.